Well, good afternoon, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. It's let's fix another round baler time. Yeah, this one I did a doozy on her this morning. I did a doozy on her. So I want to show you guys. Some have asked, why are you so hard on your belts? Well, see this belt? It's like really friggin' smooth. I'll do it up here. See how smooth that is? There's like no roughness to it at all. Both sides are pretty much the same, right? Not very nice, not very good. So when I'm trying to bale straw, this just slides on the straw and it won't pick it up to help form the core. And it just keeps slipping, wearing on the belt. Then it causes the belts to go this way or that way. And then they flip over like this and they get caught up in the guide, the rear tailgate guide. See how this guides are? See how that's wore so bad? See that? This one here, it wore right through and it broke it right off. Because the belts are not trailing properly. They're all buggered up. And then on the front, on the last bale I was trying to make, you're gonna like this one, guys. Just bear with me. Check that out. What a mess I made up there. So the front roller guides, this thing, the belt ripped. It caught one of the guide bars, ripped it right out. It's right here. See how that? It's just twisted right in there like that. Made one hell of a mess. Buggered up 3-4 belts. I said, enough is enough. I'm not fighting with it no more. We went to the city and we bought 8 brand new belts. Now, look at that. Look at that pile of grain. And that's just the chaff sitting on top here. You could imagine how much grain is in these bales that I'm trying to make. So, now, this part here of this belt, that's the back side of the belt, okay? You can see the tread in there, how much better that is, right, guys? So, once we get everything ripped off of there, we'll start installing the new ones. Anyway, I'm gonna get to work and I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. Oh my God, okay guys, well, we got her done. All new belts, you can see the difference in them, right? And they're thicker. And we got a new divider bar back there. And I had a new one. I'll show you that one that I took out. This is what came out. So with the belts flopping around so much, she's rubbing on the sides here. See how thin that is wore there? From the belts rubbing in there on every bar. Bent that one over, ripped that one out, screwed up a bunch of belts, see that? But I had one of those here from a different baler. So I got a new one in there now because I already had one, right? So tonight we'll find out how good she's gonna work. We'll talk to you guys then. Well guys, we're back. Stopped and had some late lunch, early supper, whatever you want to call it. Got the rake on board back there. So we're just, it's around 6 o'clock right now. Both boys showed up for a little bit, for a quick little visit, as we were trying to get them new belts back in that baler, and then we stopped and visit with them for a little bit before they had to take off. And now I'm heading out. I'm gonna go rake up some of that slough hay we baled there 4 or 5 days ago. I know it's way too dry to bale, but if I rake her up and make a little heavier swath, that'll be all right. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna go get some of this raked up, and then tonight I'll be back out here, baling out here, And I'll bale up that slough hay here right away too. And it looks like the boys are out in this canary. There's a grain cart and a combine in that far back corner I saw. So they're getting her going on this canary. But yeah, we got to get out here, and we've got a lot of straw to bale up out here, that's for sure. So far at this point, it's not running as good as I was hoping it would, but it was pretty darn dry when they harvested, and it was pretty darn windy when they harvested too, so that kind of blew the swath as they were combining, so it's not as heavy a swath for me to bale, but we'll get as much of her baled up as we possibly can. How's that sound? And we'll go from there. Anyways, I'll bring you guys back once we're hooked up to maybe I'll bring you back once we're hooked up back to the baler, and I'll show you the difference that those new belts should make for us. Talk to you then. Well guys, we got all the stuff raked up that I wanted to rake, and there it is. We's a baling. We's a baling. So far it seems to be working a lot better, but man oh man, this stuff is dry. I tell you, she's dry. But we can get all these sloughs baled up here tonight, and worst case scenario, I'll be making round straw tomorrow in the morning again. Hopefully by then it'll be a little tougher, or maybe if I can, I'll be making round straw here once the sloughs are all baled off. How's that sound? There's a little bit of straw going to be mixed in with this slough hay, simply because when I pulled out of the slough when I was raking, I just left the friggin' rake down and just kept raking as I made my turns. So you pick up a little bit of straw on the end of the sloughs, right? But that's all right. The cows will just friggin' eat it. That's all that's to it. So, anyways, we're gonna continue on with this stuff. I have no idea how much minutes I've got going on here. I think I've got enough for you guys. Changing out all them belts on there was a royal pain in the you-know-what. I really didn't want to have to put new belts in it this year, but the way things were looking, we just weren't gonna friggin' make it with the belts that we had in her. So it's about 8:30, quarter to 9 at night. Oh, sloughs, some of these sloughs are a little friggin' bouncy, I'll say that much. So, but she's making a nice bale, I'll give her that much. She's making a nice bale, but it's friggin' dusty and drier than a popcorn fart. Like, it's a good enough bale, that's for sure. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Give us the old thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and let's get her done. Well guys, that's her for tonight. I'm calling her quits. It's pushing, I think it's pushing almost midnight here. Tomorrow's another day. We'll be on straw tomorrow for sure. I made another, I think basically 20 slough hay bales. Takes time getting that slough hay made when you're bouncing from one slough to the next and doing lots of turning and so on and so forth. Kind of a pain in the you-know-what, but hey, it's still good feed and we'll make it happen. So anyway, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Talk to you then.